Nevada to South Africa, Galileo Resources has a footprint in both. It is a resource development company, and in November we heard the news that Galileo had provisionally agreed to acquire a majority stake in the Concordia copper project in South Africa. Well, Chairman Carlin Trend joins me now. So Nevada is gold, Concordia is copper, depressed commodity prices for both. So which one excites you the most at the moment, or is there no favoritism between the two regions, Colin?
Well, the metals, copper certainly excites me the most. I think the fundamentals for gold are somewhat under pressure because of raising the interest rates. Copper, I know, is depressed at the moment, but every projection one reads by those who know, the Goldman Sachs of this world, Morgan Stanley's and whatever, we're talking about in 2032 doubling the amount of copper that is required. Now, everybody wants their fridge, everybody wants their cell phone, everybody wants their car. We're talking about a developing world here. And my mission for Galileo is to address that developing world. And people say, well, the copper price is down today. Of course, I don't care. It'll be down for the rest of this year and probably half of next year. But the sort of projects I'm looking at will last 30 years, 40 years. We'll probably go through several cycles. So this is the time to get the asset. I mean, if you read the press announcement on the acquisition, you will see that it cost us 10 million rand. It's rand denominated. And you just would not have been able to acquire 51% of what could be a world-class super pit for 10 million rand. The world has changed very negatively for those who own assets, very positively for those who want to acquire assets. And one has to be careful what you pay, how you pay, and how you structure the earning. But we're very happy in Concordia, and in Nevada, we've got a primary project called GABS, which is 167 million tonne and is good for 750,000 tonnes of copper or 4 million ounces gold equivalent. So I'm erring towards the copper, and our portfolio contains gold in Nevada, and that gold will probably be joint ventured because, again, Nevada, near surface, low cost of entry, low capital, and still making money at $900 an ounce. So whilst I'm driven by copper, I'm not disappointed with the gold project we've got accompanying it, but I'm going to focus this company on copper.
Okay, before we start focusing on copper though, you've been very generous to your project in Nevada, and in May you said there is a suspicion that this is a new Carlin Trend emerging in Nevada. For those of us who don't know what a Carlin Trend is, what is it?
Well, first of all, the Carlin Trend is a geological structure, geological occurrence which led to many of Nevada's and the world's biggest gold mines and richest gold mines. And they run north-south or just incline east to west and north-south, and they lead to many mines. It was thought to be expired and finished, and a company called it wasn't called Pilot Gold, the executives of that company discovered a mine called Long Canyon and sold it to Newmont. That same team started work about 70 kilometers away with Newmont as a partner and discovered another project called Kinsley Mountain. They were able to join these two projects up, and that's where came the expression, this could be another Carlin Trend. So it's not Colin Bird, it's actually the executives of Pilot Gold saying that. This could well be a Pilot Gold, this could well be a new Carlin Trend emerging.
But the thing is that Colin Bird, you have paid attention to this, so it must be pretty significant. But also, Colin Bird is saying to me, you are focusing Galileo on copper. Now, if you are focusing it on copper, let's go back to Concordia. Why did you only secure 51% of the project?
Well, because, it's quite remarkable how this came about. And it's, again, paying attention, as you just said, to what's going on. And Concordia started in 1854. I wasn't on that project, might look like it, but I wasn't on that project. In 1926 it nearly expired, and it came under pressure. The war saved it in actual fact, the Second World War, but it always fell between two stools. In as much as the copper quality was about 1.8%, not quite enough to sustain deep mining, but nobody looked at near surface. And so what we did, we ran a lot of the old boreholes, and found out that in actual fact we could get quite good grades close to surface at what might join up, and so there is a good chance of building up a super pit. So what was a casual interest became a very real interest, and of course that real interest has got to be tested. So you wouldn't go the old way, and even if I wanted to go the old way with this one, I don't think the vendor would be that keen to sell the old lot.
Is there an option to, though, Colin? No. Should it be successful? Could you acquire 100%?
Yes, indeed. And, my next step takes me up to 80%, and then the owner retains 20%. And then, of course, there's the BE laws in South Africa, which one has to comply with. So we've got a good chance of getting up to 74%, which is the maximum a foreign company could get.
Okay, so what is making you so confident about the Concordia copper project?
What
have you actually seen and felt in your hand?
Well, it's not conceptual. We've gotten back to a massive borehole base. Geologist has worked those old boreholes into three-dimensional models with today's current modeling technique, SURPAC, and they've generated what is continuity. They've generated a grade which is as good, if not better, than most near-surface projects currently being developed, and over a large strike area. So the reality of life is that we're not chasing a concept. We're relying on an old database and reworking it with existing equipment, but against a new idea, i.e. surface mining as opposed to underground mining. And it really looks very, very good.
Let me borrow that word, generate. How difficult was it for you to generate the 10 million rand to acquire that percentage for Concordia?
Well, I haven't yet. I've got 14 months to do it. I've got certain hurdles along the way of 14 months I've got to spend, but I'm quite satisfied I can finance that and will finance that.
And then after that, so you've got that 10 million rand, you've got the 51%, then when will it be cash generative? When would you hope it would be cash generative?
These projects are so big that there's not a company in this building could even think about operating it. This is your major mining companies. I'm talking super pits of the type you get in Arizona, the type you get in Nevada, the type you get in Australia. They really are super pits. They're probably $1 billion to kick them off and more, and they've probably got 30, 40-year mine lives. No, the mining houses, the senior mining houses have not got a good history of finding. I have, and that's what we're looking for. We will find it, and as I did with Kirara, we will sell it. And I'd be very surprised if this is not on the radar screens within a year of most major copper mining companies.
So you are going to go in and do all the hard graft?
Yes.
So, and then have a proven resource?
Yes.
And then you won't have to find that $1 billion US, you'll make it someone else's problem?
Make it somebody else's problem, and of course they re-engineer it as they always do, and but you know, apart from giving your shareholders an handsome return, there's some pride in finding tomorrow's copper. There's some pride in developing 4,000 jobs. So there's a lot to be achieved, and as I say, I've done it before, and I'm looking forward to doing it again for the Galileo shareholders.
Lovely. Colin Bird, Chairman of Galileo Resources, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.